Have a blessed day, guys.
Thank you, you too. All right, Ms. Dumont, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Putton?
Yes, Your Honor, we are.
Hi, it's Kelly from Judge Wilson first. Richard, right, there was a month for it, please. Thank you.
This is file 25-22443-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus David Dwayne Putton. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we're proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. Arnold?
Allison Arnold for the people.
Katerina Dumont for Mr. Putton.
Okay, and Ms. Dumont, where do we stand with Mr. Putton's case today?
Your Honor, I reached out to the prosecutor's office last week to discuss pretrial negotiations, and I have not heard back yet. Understandably, they're very busy right now, so we would just ask for a 30-day adjournment. I can prepare the stip in order.
All right, Ms. Arnold, is there anything we need to address from your side?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, the case is 92 days since bind over as of today. So if there are going to be negotiations, I'd like to get those moving forward because we're going to be at 120 days or so at the next pretrial. I'm going to be looking to set it for a trial at that point. I also, it looks like I ordered prints in this case, fingerprints to be completed back on November 4th. I still don't see fingerprint information in our computer system about that. So Mr. Putton needs to get that done if it hasn't been done already.
Judge, we did receive those fingerprints yesterday.
Oh, we have those. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let me sticky note off the file then, and let's see. So we'll adjourn this to February 25th at 8:15 a.m.
Thank you.
All right, so Mr. Putnam, your next date is February 25th at 8:15 a.m. You can log in using all the same Zoom info that you used to log in today.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so you're all set. You can log out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have 3 jail devices logged in. If there's anyone in those rooms, I've sent requests to start the video. Ms. Molitierno, do you need to speak to Anthony Domshot?
Your Honor, I do need to speak with him, but I know that you're in probably a bit of a time crunch today. I think we can handle the matter on the record. If I could speak to him briefly afterwards, because we're having a communication issue, we could just then leave the meeting after that. Okay. We don't need to come back and forth, that's what I'm saying.
Me make sure he is there. Okay, Mr. Domshot, I'm going to send you a request to start your video so that we can be sure that you're there. There we go. All right, so this is file 25-22476-FH and 25-22477-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Anthony James Domshot. We are here today for a pretrial conference in both of those cases, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, going to have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Bayonetto.
Alex Bayonetto for the people.
Diane Malachino for the defendant, Anthony Domshot.
All right, and Ms. Maltierno, where do we stand with Mr. Domshot's cases today?
Your Honor, if you recall, last week we adjourned because we needed to get the plea agreement and the advice of rights signed by Mr. Domshot. We were able to get that information over to him, but it came back, the facts came back without the second page of the plea agreement with the signature. We were then unable to get a hold of him via phone as it just keeps ringing busy for some reason. Returned fax to the same number kept failing. So what we really need to do, we are in agreement on this, on the plea and everything, but I'm afraid that we do need another brief adjournment. And if we could put that on the record, and then I could, like, as I said, I could speak to Mr. Domshot so we could clear up the communication issue, and then we would be free to leave the meeting instead of having to come back in.
All right, Mr. Bayonetto, anything we need to address from the people's side?
No, Your Honor.
All right, let's adjourn it then until February 18th at 8:15 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
And Ms. Maltierno, would you do the stipulation in order for that adjournment, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, I will put you then in a breakout session with Mr. Domshot right now, and you can just leave the meeting from there.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
Call the jail. Are you ready to proceed with your case? Okay, and this is Mr. Saba, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is file 25-22392-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Brandon L. Saba. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we're proceeding today by video conference. First, going to have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Bayonetto.
Alex Bayonetto for the people.
Attorney Mark McManus, attorney for Brandon Saba.
All right, and Mr. McManus, where do we stand with Mr. Saba's case today?
Your Honor, I believe we have matters worked out. We can just maybe put this out for a plea hearing on February 25th. If that's consistent with Mr. Bayonetto's.
Okay, Mr. Bayonetto, is that agreeable with you?
It is, Your Honor.
Is there anything else that we need to address?
We
Not
do
from the
have-
people's standpoint.
We'll be here for a plea on that.
Okay, so February 25th at 8:15 a.m. And Mr. McManus, could you do a stipulation in order for the adjournment to that date?
Yes, the consent to sign your name, Alex.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, let's see. Mr. Amadeo, do you need to speak to Mr. Lake?
No, I do not, Judge. Thank you.
Okay.
If I could just speak with him in a breakout room after for 2 seconds, that'd be appreciative.
Sure, we can do that. This is file 25-22255-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Richard Lewis Lake. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. We also have pending, looks like a contempt of court for failure to appear that is also on the docket for today. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. Brenner.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sarah Brenner, Assistant Attorney General for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. William Amadeo, P7619, on behalf of Richard Lake, here via Zoom. Consent to such, and thank you for allowing the Zoom. Richard, please state your name for the court.
Richard Lewis Lake, present.
Okay, and Mr. Amadeo, where do we stand with Mr. Lake's case today?
Judge, I was told the public defender's office was taking this file back over. Currently, Mr. Lake has 3 felonies in district court, 2 misdemeanors, and the case in our court. With that being said, I'm going to contact Mr. Malero again to find out if it is my case. I would ask for a 30-day adjournment. I have some ideas for globalizing everything, but according to the ROAs, the PD office is back on this. I did go to see Mr. Lake yesterday to explain this to him, and I would have reached out to AAG Brenner before today if I had more clarification. I just don't know if I'm going to be the one running the show. I don't want him sitting in jail for no reason, but because there's holds on his other matters, I'd ask for a 30-day adjournment, and hopefully I could find out more clarity at that juncture.
Okay, let's see, Ms. Brenner, is there anything we need to address from your side?
Your Honor, I just think we need to address his bond. I don't know if any bond was set, but I would ask for it be the full amount of his child support at this point since he disappeared last summer, which is right now he owes $24,924.02. If you're going to give him a bond, if he's not been granted a bond, that's fine.
I think
Okay,
at the
so-
I'm sorry, Judge. I think you granted the full amount last time of what he owed. I'm pretty sure that's where we stood right now. He can't bond out obviously right now, but I think that issue's been addressed.
Yeah, it was set back in August. I just wanted to make sure, Judge, because back in August he owed $22,748.02, and that's my note says you did cash only in August at that point.
Correct, yeah, that's what it looks like. The bond was set in bench warrant for that amount.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right, so 30 days is going to take us to the end of February. We can do February 25th at 8:15.
That's fine. Thank you, Judge. And I'll
That's fine.
prepare a stip in order. Do I have your permission to sign, Sarah?
Yes, thank you.
Will do.
Okay, anything else we need to address today?
No, Judge,
Not,
thank you.
not from defense. Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Amadeo, Mr. Lake, then I will put you in a breakout session right now.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Fry, are you ready to proceed with Ms. Bowles?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is file 25-22488-FH, People of the state of Michigan versus Heather K. Bowles. We are here today for a pretrial hearing in this case, and we're proceeding today by video conference, partially by video conference and partially in person. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure?
B.B. McClure, on behalf of the people, filling in for prosecutor of record Isaac Sneed.
Brian Fry for Heather Bowles.
All right, and Mr. Fry, where do we stand with Ms. Bowles' case today?
Yes, Your Honor. So the prosecutor did, I think yesterday, convey a plea offer where my client would plead to one count of disorderly person with a sentencing recommendation of $100 fine only. My client, I've discussed that with my client. She is declining that plea offer. There has been a request for transcripts put in. I think the date that those have to be filed is in March. So after I get those, my intention is to file a motion to quash the bind over. So if we can set this out a little bit to allow that to happen, that'd be my request.
Okay, so yeah, the date for filing the transcript is March 26th. So how long after that would you like to prepare your motion?
Be 30 days.
Okay, so let's go with April 29th for the next pre. And I apologize, Ms. McClure, I don't think I asked you if there was anything we needed to address from the people's side.
No, nothing on behalf of the people.
Okay. So April 29th at 8:15 for the next pretrial. Mr. Fry, would you do a stipulation in order for that adjournment?
Yes, I can prepare that, Your Honor. Ms. McClure, could I sign your name to that with permission?
Yes, you may. You can.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there anything else we need to address with this case today?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Mr. Dagger Margosian, you need to speak to Ms. Nicholas.
I do not need to speak with Ms. Nicholas. I will need to speak with Mr. Turnez in jail once he's on screen.
Okay. Can you call for Mr. Turnez, please? And Mr. Malero, will you need to speak to Ms. Madison?
Who, Judge?
Sorry, why is that hanging? Oh, I'm sorry. I've got you mixed up. Never mind.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Nicholas, if you're there, I'm going to send you a request to turn your video on so that we can see you and know you're there. Okay. This is file 25-22170-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Brenda Lee Nicholas. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we're proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure?
B.B. McClure, on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Michael Dagger Margosian for Ms. Nicholas.
All right, and Miss, you are Brenda Lee Nicholas?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Dagger Margosian, where do we stand with Ms. Nicholas's case today?
Your Honor, I am at this time asking the court to set this for a jury trial, please.
Okay, how many days do you think we'll need for a trial?
Your Honor, I would say 3 or 4 days.
Do you agree with that, Mr. Dagger Margosian?
Yeah, I think that sounds right, Your Honor.
Okay.
And as far as, Your Honor, as far as scheduling, I think realistically, at least on my part, I'd be asking for probably sometime in the summer, maybe July, just with I'm going to be out of town, and then the skeleton exam is going to take up a couple weeks. So I think realistically scheduling, I would be asking for sometime in the summer.
I think that's what we're looking at on the court schedule anyway. So Ms. Clark, can you find us a 4-day jury trial date in July or later, please?
Yes, August 19th at 10:30, August 20th at 9, August 21st at 9, and August 25th at 9.
Is the 18th available to start that or no?
No, judge is at a conference.
Okay. Okay, I think that's fine.
I'm sorry, what were those dates?
August 19th through the 21st and then the 25th.
Yeah, that should be fine.
What time on the 19th?
Not 10:30 a.m. on the 19th.
Okay.
And just for the record, I just want to place the offer on the record. Typically, I leave those open until the final pretrial. In this case, I have a 404B notice that I intended to file before today, but the stack of prior police reports is a couple inches high, so I just haven't weeded my way through those yet. So anyway, assuming that the 404B comes in, it'll be shortly after that notice is filed that I would withdraw the plea offer, and I'll put that in writing for defense. But the plea offer is to plead to counts 1 and count 2 and count 8 with a habitual offender third offense, which puts her guidelines between 29 and 85 months, and it avoids consecutive sentencing on the identity theft charges and computer crime offenses. Excuse me.
All right, so the court will issue a scheduling order. Let's do a final pretrial conference on August 5th at 8:15, and then the trial dates, as stated, August 19th at 10:30, and then the 20th, 21st, and 25th, all at 9 a.m. Okay, anything else we need to address with the case today then, Ms. McClure or Mr. Dagger Margosian?
Just in case Mr. Dagger Margosian wants to talk to his client about the 404B before I get that notice filed, it has to do with the case from 2016 that she had gone to prison for, but also a number of check cases from those that predated that, in case she wants to talk to her attorney about that.
All right, then if there's nothing else, then Ms. Nicholas, you can go ahead and log out for today.
Thank you.
Okay, and Mr. Cadell, what case are you here for today?
Show cause hearing.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Show cause hearing.
Do you have a case number? Because you're not on our docket and I couldn't find anything.
Man, I had this court date for the 28th for like a month. It's a child support show cause hearing. Basically, monitor my payments.
Okay, it's a child support case?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay, give me 1 second to try to find it here.
Judge, it looks like that FOC show cause hearing was on Monday, the 26th, and the show cause was dismissed by FOC prior to court hearing.
Okay.
What was that?
So your show cause was dismissed by the friend of the court, so it's over, done with, there's nothing left to do.
Okay. Thank you.
So you're all set and you can log out.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
Okay, Mr. Milaro, have you had any communication with Dustin Gerhardt?
Your Honor, the last information we had on Mr. Gerhardt is that he was sent to Sacred Heart, and they do not allow Zoom. They're not, and I think Darren Coast is the one who sent him there. And so we cannot ascertain if he's still there or not. And I talked to Mr. Bayonetto about this yesterday.
All right, so this file 25-22268-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Dustin Austin Gerhardt. They set for a pretrial conference. First, I have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Mr. Bayonetto.
Alex Bayonetto for the people.
Salvatore Malero on behalf of Dustin Gerhardt.
Okay, I do have, Mr. Malero had indicated that Mr. Gerhardt was at Sacred Heart and they do not allow Zoom. I do have a letter in the file from Mr. Coast who indicates that Mr. Gerhardt was released to go to Sacred Heart on the 13th, and Mr. Coast is trying to get verification that he is still there. So, Mr. Bayonetto, is there anything you would like to address at this point?
Your Honor, given the fact that we still don't have verification that he's there, but Mr. Coast is out until next Tuesday, if the court would consider maybe adjourning this matter to maybe next week or the week after, so Mr. Coast can get us some verification and we can see where he's at before we go too far with the case.
Okay, I think that's probably a reasonable course of action. Mr. Malero, anything you would like to say with respect to that?
Just that I would join in that request, Judge.
Okay, so let's go to February 11th, 2 weeks from today. That'll give Mr. Coast an opportunity after he gets back to follow up with the situation. And Mr. Blair, would you be willing to do a stipulation in order for that adjournment?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, and the gentleman in the jail Zoom booth, you are Mr. Turnus? I'm sorry, I wasn't able to hear that. Mr. Turnus, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. You're a little bit difficult to hear from your end, so you'll need to speak up. I'm going to put you in a breakout session so that you can speak to Mr. Dagger Margosian.
Yes, sir.
This is file 23-21418-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Carly Lynn Frank. We are here today for a hearing on a request and summons for probation violation, and we are proceeding today by video conference. The courtroom is also open to the public. The record should reflect this matter was set for a show cause hearing this morning at 8:15 a.m. Ms. Frank was ordered to appear. It is now 8:50 a.m. and Ms. Frank has not appeared either in person or by logging into the Zoom session. I am going to issue a bench warrant for her arrest, and I will set bond on that bench warrant in the amount of $25,000 cash for surety. Okay, Mr. Malero, have you heard from Mr. Roberts at all?
Judge, I have not, and I left a message at the number I have, or well, I shouldn't say I tried to leave a message, but it didn't go to voicemail, so
Okay.
I think he has another case unrelated to this one. I think in a week or so. I was told, I don't know if the court would be willing to adjourn this. His attorney on that matter is Katharina Dumont, so I don't know if the court would be willing to do that. I would just add, Judge, in the past, he has maintained contact with me. I don't know if I don't know why he wouldn't be here.
Your Honor, it looks like the defendant is maybe in bench warrant status.
He is. Okay, so this is file 25-22486-FH and 25-22485-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Kenneth Ray Roberts II. We are here today for it's an arraignment in the It is a pretrial in the 25-22485 file. It is a pretrial and a hearing on a contempt of court that was pending from district court in the 25-22486-FH file. Can I have the attorneys place their appearance on the record?
Alex Bayoneto for the people.
Salvatore Malero on behalf of Kenneth Roberts.
Okay, and the record should reflect that Mr. Roberts is not present in the courtroom today. He is not logged into the Zoom session. I do note that the 25-22486-FH file has a open bench warrant for missing drug tests going back to December 2nd. And I do have a note in the file from Mr. Coast that is dated January 21st that indicates that Mr. Robert has missed 14 consecutive drug tests. So, Mr. Malero, is there anything you want to say with respect to Mr. Roberts at this point?
Well, only that I did try to reach him, Judge, by phone today, and was not able to leave him a message or connect with him. And he does have another matter. I think it's in district court that he has private or separate counsel for.
Okay. All right. Well, he has not appeared here this morning for pretrials on these files, so I am going to issue a bench warrant for the failure to appear. Obviously, the prior warrant for failing to test and continued mistesting is a concern. I will set bond on that bench warrant in the amount of $25,000 cash or surety.
Judge, if I may, there is a note from November that he was looking at going to HOPA New Vision on his own. But there's nothing further to update that. So I cannot account for his non-attendance. If I find out he's at home in New Vision, I'll let the court know.
Okay. Obviously, if we can confirm that, we'll deal with bench warrants accordingly. But for the time being, we're going to let those stand because I have no idea where he is. And obviously, he doesn't appear to be testing.
Correct. Understood, Judge.
Okay. Thank you. If there's nothing else on these files, I think we're all set there. Mr. Dagger Margosian, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Turnus?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is file 25-22481-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Jarrell Quincy Turnus. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, going to have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
B.B. McClure, may have the people.
Your Honor, Michael Dagger Margosian for Mr. Turnus.
And Mr. Dagger Margosian, where do we stand with Mr. Turnus's case today?
Your Honor, Ms. Arnold and I have worked this case out. I believe the court should have a plea form. The plea that Mr. Turnus is going to enter into today is that counts 1 and 2 will be dismissed and he'll be pleading guilty to counts 3, 4, and 5.
Okay, is that a accurate statement of the plea agreement, Ms. McClure?
That's what I have, yes.
Okay. I don't have a written plea agreement. I don't have has he signed an advice of rights?
Your Honor, he has not, but I would just ask the jail staff to get him one. I verbally went over it, but obviously he has to sign the form.
Okay. Can you call the jail and take him an advice of rights form? Mr. Turnus, we're going to have someone at the jail bring to you an advice of rights form for your signature.
Judge, while he's doing that, I just have to step out for 2 seconds.
Okay.
Hi, it's Ellen from Judge Savers. Would you be able to share Mr. Turner's advice of rights form for him? Thank you. Bye.
Okay, Mr. Turner, did you receive that form?
Sure,
And you've signed it?
sure.
Okay. Could you ask the jail for Richard Garreau?
Could we have Richard Jerome and Marvin and Martin other students, please?
Mr. Glazer, we've just called for Mr. Garreau. Are you going to need a breakout with him?
Yeah, just very briefly.
Okay, as soon as we have him, I'll do that. Okay, and Ms. Underwood, I don't have any sign of an MDOC facility with Mr. Douglas.
Well, we live in hope, Your Honor.
Yeah, so I think we're going to have to adjourn that. Let's go with March 4th.
March 4th. And I will be happy to do the stip and adjournment, to stip to adjourn. Who's our prosecutor we have here?
At the moment, we don't have one.
Oh, okay.
Ms. McClure stepped away, or I'm sorry, Mr. Bayonetto's there. I didn't see him.
What's the defendant's name, Your Honor? I apologize, I missed it.
Randy Douglas.
Douglas. I apologize, Your Honor. I don't know that a writ was done. Looks like this is Mr. Sneed's case. So I'll put a note in and make sure that the writ gets done.
Sorry, we just need a Zoom. We just
Can
need a
that be
Zoom
in
for that.
person, Mr. Bayonetto?
Does the court want it to be a Zoom writ, or the notes I'm seeing from the last two pretrials were that it was supposed to be in person?
Okay.
Mr. Douglas has requested to be in person, and I know he continued to do that when I talked to him yesterday.
Okay, thank you. Let's do an in-person writ for that then.
I will make sure that gets done, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Malero, do you need to speak to Mr. Wagner?
Yes, Judge, I do.
All right, 1 second.
Your Honor, what was the date that Mr. Douglas's case was adjourned to?
March 4th.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Garreau, I'm going to put you in a breakout session with Mr. Glazer.
Okay.
We've got one more room, so can you call for Zachary Wilson?
Informers.
Got one empty. We're not waiting for it.
Martin Butler, Judge Rowe, and you have Toronto.
Yeah.
So informers.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Goldstein, if you're there, I do have Ms. Madison here. Do you need to speak to her?
No, Your Honor.
That's fine. We have another one available. Could we have Zachary Wilson?
This is file 25-22455-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Felicia Madison. We are here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
B.B. McClure on behalf of the people.
David I. Goldstein appearing on behalf of the defendant.
All right, and Mr. Goldstein, where do we stand? Well, I'm sorry, Miss, you are Felicia Madison, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Goldstein, where do we stand with Ms. Madison's case today?
Okay, Your Honor, the situation is this. I just recently substituted in. Mr. Amadeo has been very good about getting me the discovery, of which there is a huge amount. But on the other hand, I know this case has been pending for a while. And what I'm going to suggest, and I'll leave it to the court's discretion, is that we set a trial date, but set it far enough out to make sure that I have all the discovery and have ample time to meet with my client and prepare the defense. I don't know what your schedule is, but I suspect you're not setting trials anytime in the near future. So that would be my suggestion, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. McClure, anything that you would like to address?
I'm filling in this morning for Mr. Sneed, and he kind of had the same thoughts as Mr. Goldstein, so I think he's good with that. And I do have access to a schedule to get something set.
Okay. Do you know how many days we would need for trial?
Mr. Goldstein, do you know how long the exam took?
No, I don't. I know it's quite lengthy, but I don't know exactly in terms of hours. Judge, I would say, based upon what I've seen so far, probably 4 to 5 days would be my guess.
Okay.
It looks like it was a two-day exam, so I would say at least 5 days.
I mean, you know, I work pretty quick, Judge, but still, I would say 4 to 5 days.
Okay. All right, Ms. Clark, could we have a 5-day jury trial date then for this case?
Yes, Tuesday, October 6th at 9, Wednesday,
Just a moment.
October 7th at 10:30, Thursday, October 8th at 9, Friday, October 9th at 9, and Tuesday, October 13th at 9.
I can't imagine that would be a problem in terms of my schedule.
That works for Mr. Sneed's schedule.
So that would be October 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then the following Tuesday. Is that correct?
No, the 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Oh,
6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, and then the 13th.
okay. I'm off a day. 6,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9. Okay, that's fine. And a final pretrial date, Your Honor?
Go with September 30th at 8:15.
That's fine, Your Honor. If either Mr. Sneed or I feel the need for a final pretrial further out from the trial date, we can contact the court.
Yeah, you're welcome to do that.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else we need to address with this case today then?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then, Ms. Madison, you can go ahead and log out. Your next date for the final pretrial is September 30th at 8:15 a.m. So you can go ahead and log out.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, are we ready to proceed with Mr. Turnus then? Okay, back on the record in file 25-22481-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Jarrell Quincy Turnus. And we do now have Mr. Turnus has signed the advice of rights form. And Mr. Dagan-Rogosian, he's pleading to counts 3, 4, and 5, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Turnus, I'll need you to raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under penalty for perjury? Okay, the microphone there is not picking up your voice. Can you sit closer and speak louder?
I do.
Okay, thank you very much. You are Jarrell Quincy Turnus, correct?
I am.
Mr. Turnus, you've heard the statement of your attorney and the prosecuting attorney. Is it your intention to plead guilty today to count 3, domestic violence and or knowingly assaulting a pregnant individual, third offense notice?
Yes.
You understand that the maximum possible penalty for that offense is up to 5 years in prison and or a $5,000 fine?
Yes, I do.
Is it also your intention to plead guilty today to count 4, assault with a dangerous weapon or felonious assault?
Yes.
Do you understand that the maximum possible penalty for that offense is up to 4 years in prison and or a $2,000 fine?
Yes, I do.
Is it also your intention to plead guilty today to count 5, another count of assault with a dangerous weapon or felonious assault?
Yes.
And do you understand that carries the same maximum penalty as the other one of 4 years in prison and or a $2,000 fine?
Yes, I do.
Are you satisfied with Mr. Dagan-Rogosian and the advice that he's given you?
Yes, I am.
Neither the prosecutor, defendant, or anyone acting on the defendant's behalf has discussed possible sentence with the court. Is that correct, Ms. McClure?
That's correct.
Mr. Dagan-Rogosian?
Correct, Your Honor.
Is that also your understanding, Mr. Turnus?
Yes.
if a guilty plea is accepted, there'll be no trial. That means you're giving up the rights that you would have had at trial. I'm going to explain those rights to you now to make sure that you understand them. You do have the right to a speedy public trial by jury. You could ask for a non-jury trial. And if the prosecutor and the court agree, you could have a non-jury trial. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have a prosecuting attorney prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty, and you do not have to prove anything. You have the right to be present at your trial, to have the witnesses against you appear at your trial, and to ask those witnesses questions. You have the right to have the court order any witnesses you have for your defense to appear at your trial. You have the right to remain silent during your trial and not have that silence used against you. However, you also have the right to testify at your trial if you wanted to testify. Do you understand, Mr. Turnus, that if your plea is accepted, you may be giving up the right to appeal issues that would otherwise be appealable if you were convicted at a trial?
Yes, I do.
Do you also understand that any appeal from the conviction and sentence pursuant to your plea would be by application for leave to appeal and not by right?
Yes.
If you are not a citizen of the United States of America, conviction of a crime can result in deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States of America, or denial of naturalization. Do you have any questions about any of the rights that I've explained to you?
No, I don't.
Do you understand that you're giving those rights up?
Yes, I do.
How do you wish to plead to the charge that on or about April 21st, 2025 in Rome Township, Lenawee County, Michigan, that you did commit the offense of domestic violence and or knowingly assaulting a pregnant individual, third offense?
Guilty.
How do you wish to plead to the charge that on or about April 21st, 2025 in Rome Township, Lenawee County, Michigan, that you did commit the offense of assault with a dangerous weapon or felonious assault?
Guilty.
And how do you wish to plead to the charge that on or about that same date in the same location that you did commit count 5, a second count of felonious assault?
Guilty.
Has anybody made any threats or promises to you to induce you to plead guilty to those charges?
No.
Do you understand that if I accept your plea, you will be giving up any and all claims that your plea is given as a result of threats or promises that were not disclosed to the court on the record today, or that it was not your own choice to enter the plea?
Yes, I do.
Is the prosecutor or defense counsel aware of any promises, threats, or inducements other than the plea bargain to induce Mr. Turnus to plead guilty today?
None, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Turnus, has your attorney promised you any particular sentence or estimated what your sentence would be?
No, Your Honor.
If your plea is accepted and you engage in misconduct, the court's not bound by any sentencing agreement or evaluation. Misconduct includes, but is not limited to, absconding or failing to appear at sentencing, violating bond conditions, violating the terms of any plea or sentence agreement, or otherwise failing to comply with an order of the court pending sentencing. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Is it your own choice to plead guilty today?
Yes.
Mr. Dagger-Margosi, do you want to establish the factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor. But just before that, just for the record, for count 3, it's domestic violence, third offense. I don't know why it's listed as a pregnant individual. The victim in that matter was not pregnant. I don't think by statute it has to be listed that way, but just for record purposes, it's a DV third offense felony.
Okay, thank you for that clarification.
Yeah, it is listed correctly as a domestic violence third offense.
I understand that there's also this mention of pregnant individuals. She wasn't pregnant, so just
It
I
says
just wanted
and
that
or.
clarification. I understand that.
All right, I think we're all on the same page.
All right, thank you. Mr. Turnez, on April 21st, 2025, were you in Rome Township, County, Lenawee, State of Michigan?
Yes, I was.
And on that date, were you in a vehicle with Kelsey Swan?
Yes, I was.
Had you had a dating relationship with Kelsey Swan either on that date or before that date?
Yes,
Okay. And did you, on that date, did you grab the steering wheel of the car
yes, I did.
and jerked it?
Yes,
Okay. And there was an oncoming car and there was a collision based on you jerking the steering wheel?
yes, there was.
And do you agree that the vehicle was used as a weapon?
Yes,
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
Mr. Turnez, had you previously been convicted on at least 2 prior occasions of domestic violence offenses here in the state of Michigan?
yes, I was.
And on the date in question, did you intentionally move the moving vehicle you were in into the oncoming traffic?
Yes, I did.
And did that result in an assault upon both Kelsey Swan and a Miguel Flores?
Yes, it was.
Okay, the people are satisfied, Your Honor.
Has the court complied with MCR 6.302 B, C, and D, Ms. McClure?
It has.
Mr. Dagger Margosi?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I will accept the pleas then. They have been given understandably, voluntarily, and accurately. Mr. Turnus has had full knowledge of his rights and he's had competent counsel. The court has not made any agreement regarding the possibility of a plea or sentence in this case with the prosecutor, defense attorney, defendant, or anyone acting in the interest of any of them. I will refer this matter to the probation department for a pre-sentence investigation and set sentencing for March 6th at 8:15 a.m. Mr. Attorney, someone from the probation department will be in touch with you to do a pre-sentence investigation interview. When you do that interview, please be truthful about these offenses and about your background.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can let the officer with you know that you're done with court for today then, Mr. Turnus. Thank you. Mr. Malero, you ready to proceed with Mr. Wagner?
Yes, Your Honor, we're ready.
This is file 24-21951-FH and 25-22484-FH, People versus Marvin E. Wagner. We are here today for a pretrial conference in both of those files. And we are proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Bayoneto.
Alex Bayoneto for the people.
Salvatore Malero on behalf of Marvin Wagner.
And Mr. Malero, where do we stand with Mr. Wagner's cases today?
Judge, on the 484 FH file, we'd ask to set that matter for jury trial.
All right. How many days do you believe you'll need for a jury trial?
I think it's going to be possibly 3 days. There was some additional witnesses disclosed at a preliminary exam.
All right. Ms. Clark, could we have I'm sorry, you said 3 days?
Yes, Judge, at least.
Could we have a 3-day jury trial date, please?
Judge, do you need me? Sorry.
Yeah, I need a 3-day jury trial date.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I'd like to address bond after we set the dates.
We could do Wednesday, September 30th at 10:30, October 1st at 9, and Friday, October 2nd at 9.
That works for the state or for the defense.
That works for the people as well.
Let's do a final pretrial then on September 23rd at 8:15. And what is it you'd like to say about bond, Mr. Malero?
So, Judge, we previously addressed bond in this matter, but and I know there's a violation and also the underlying charge, which led to part of the violation. But Mr. Wagner has been in custody since August of last year, which means he'll have been in custody over a whole year. He has employment in Brooklyn, Michigan. He would also be living in Brooklyn, Michigan, so he would not be going back to the address he was previously at. I think that's where some of this problem emanated from with his ex-wife. And Judge, he is not a flight risk. And I believe with the non-technical violation of I think alcohol use while on probation, imagine he would receive more in excess of a year jail sentence on that matter. We're pretty confident that the underlying charge of the felony weapons possession is one that is going to be vigorously defended and successfully based on what came out at the preliminary exam. I would ask the court to either drastically reduce his bond or grant him perhaps a personal recognizance bond on both matters, with perhaps a tether or some kind of way to ensure that he is where he's supposed to be. So that would be our request, Judge.
Mr. Van Etten?
Your Honor, I would object to any bond modification at this point. I think Mr. Wagner, with the probation violation, may actually be looking at prison time if he is found in violation, especially given this new charge. Looking just briefly at the ROA from the case he's on probation for, it looks like he's performed pretty poorly while on probation. I'm seeing, I think it looks like 3 different violations, and I could be wrong on that, but I think he was only released for maybe a day from a prior probation violation when he picked this new case up. So I would submit to the court that he is absolutely a flight risk, given the fact that he is currently looking at significant time in prison, and given the fact that there's been no change in circumstances since this court has addressed bond last time. I think bond is appropriately set and would ask that the court not modify it.
So, Judge, if I may, the change in circumstances is trial's been set for late September. And, I know that his alcohol use is clearly a concern. The court could order either twice a day breathalyzers or scram unit as a condition of his release to ensure that he no longer is using if he's not in custody.
All right, I'd like more time than I have available to me right now to go through the file. I will take it under advisement. I'll issue a written order.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Wagner, you can let the officer with you know that you're done with court for today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Glazier, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Garreau?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
This is file 22-20936-FH, file 25-22330-FH, and 25-22331-FH. People versus Richard James Garreau. The 22-20936-FH file is up to date for a probation violation. The other two files are up for a pretrial. The 25-22330-FH file also has some pending bond condition violations. First, let me have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
E.B. McClure, map the people.
John Glazier on behalf of Mr. Garreau.
And Mr. Glazier, where do we stand with Mr. Garreau's cases today?
Your Honor, I was gonna ask to adjourn this, I don't know how long, maybe 30 days. I'm gonna see if he can get screened in any way we can get him in, get him into a drug court is what I'm hoping.
All right, Ms. McClure, anything we need to address from the people's side?
No, Your Honor, I guess I just want to make the court aware he does have, I believe, 2 pending cases in district court that are new, or it might be 1 left. I think 1 got bound over and then 1 that's left down there.
Waived 1.
Yeah, I think 1 might have been waived. It might not have been up for arraignment yet, but it should be coming up. And then another possession of meth. So
Okay.
he'll have 4 pending files in all, I believe.
Okay, so let's set it for March 4th, which is about 30 days. And as the 2 new ones come upstairs, just try to help me remember so we can set them all on the same date.
Okay, that works.
Is that at 8:15?
At 8:15, correct. And Mr. Glazier, would you do stipulations for the 225 files?
Yes, I will, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there anything else that we need to address with Mr. Garreau's cases today?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Garreau, you can let the officer with you know that you're done with court for today.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have with you this morning.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Glazier. And Mr. Malero, are you handling Mr. Wilson today? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong. Okay, can you call jail?
Zoom. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, Ms. Underwood, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Wilson?
Your Honor, I believe Mr. Malero is handling Mr. Wilson with the pretrial he has.
Okay, Mr. Malero, you're handling Mr. Wilson today?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, sorry for the confusion. All right, this is file, I'm sorry, do you need to speak to Mr. Wilson?
Just for a minute, Judge. It shouldn't take long.
All right, 1 second.
Thank you, Judge.
Hi, it's Karen to Joseph. Could we have Ashley Beam in a room for the judge, please? Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Good morning, sir. You're Mr. Espresser?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Murphy, do you need to speak to Mr. Espresser?
If I could, please, Your Honor.
1 second.
You don't just click here just like last time.
Okay, you are Miss Beam?
Yes.
This is file 23-213.9-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Ashley Nicole Beam. We are here today for arraignment on a bench warrant failure to appear at a violation of probation summons hearing back on November 27, 2024. There is also the underlying summons for probation violation that alleges that Ms. Beam violated the conditions of her probation by failing to report on October 21st, 2024 and leaving treatment before completion. Also by being terminated from intensive outpatient treatment on October 16th at Salvation Army Harbor Light. And by admitting to using cocaine and methamphetamine on October 17, 2024. Ms. Beam, in this case, you had previously pled guilty to one count of possession of methamphetamine, and the maximum possible penalty for that offense is up to 10 years in prison and or a $15,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yeah, if it counts, I've been in jail. I just did a year a bit in Monroe. Yesterday
Okay,
was my last.
hang on. Before you say anything further, I need to explain some of your rights to you before you speak, okay?
Okay.
You are entitled to be represented by an attorney at this hearing today and at any other hearings that we have regarding this matter. If you can't afford an attorney, you can tell me that. I'll appoint one for you from the public defender's office. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you want to be represented by an attorney today?
Yes.
Do you have the ability to pay for your own attorney?
No.
Okay, I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you, and if you give me just a moment, I'll put you in a breakout session with Ms. Underwood. Okay, Mr. Murphy, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Spresser?
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, I guess I honestly don't know why we're here. I didn't have Mr. Spencer on my docket, and so I don't know why we're here this morning, but I assume the court, when you proceed, you'll explain why we're on the docket, what we're here for.
Well, he was set for an arraignment today. Did you waive him?
That's why I guess I didn't have it down. Your Honor, can we proceed with the arraignment? I'm sorry. Maybe I probably didn't file for it to be waived or anything.
Okay, I apologize. It looks like we did get a waiver of arraignment in both files, so the pretrial is set for March 11th at 8:15. So it doesn't appear there's anything we need to do on the record today.
Okay, Mr. Spresser, I'm going to Zoom with you later this morning or this afternoon and try to figure out what is holding you still. Because I thought I saw in the file that these are PR bonds on these.
Yes, sir. I had 45 days for my child support. I get out on the 12th.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. Thank you, Your Honor. Nothing further for us, I guess, to address.
Okay, Mr. Spresser, you can let the officers with you know that you're done with court.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Malero, are you ready to proceed with Mr. Wilson?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay, so this is file 22-20714-FH and 25-22373-FH. People versus Zachary Douglas Wilson. We are here today for a probation violation in the 2022 case and a pretrial conference in the 2022 case. We are proceeding today by video conference. First, going to have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
B.B. McClure, we have the people.
Salvatore Malero on behalf of Zachary Wilson.
And Mr. Malero, where do we stand with Mr. Wilson's case today?
Your Honor, Mr. Wilson has, in addition to these two matters, some matters in district court. I'd like to adjourn this for perhaps a couple of weeks, maybe 30 days, to see if I can get them all resolved at one time and perhaps create some judicial economy for once.
All right, Ms. McClure, is there anything that you need to address?
No, nothing on behalf of the people.
And I'm sorry, Mr. Miller, you said 30 days?
Yeah, and if we get it resolved, Judge, hopefully we'll be able to come in sooner.
Okay. Well, let's go with February 25th at 8:15.
That's fine, Judge.
And would you do that stipulation in order, Mr. Malero?
Yes, I will, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Wilson, you can let the officer with you know that you are done with court for today. Then. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Malero. Let's see, Mr. Murphy. Well, let me do Ms. Beam, get back to Ms. Beam. So file back on the record in file 23-21399-FH, People versus Ashley Nicole Beam. Ms. Underwood, do you want to place your appearance on the record?
Rhonda Underwood for Ms. Beam, Your Honor.
Do you know how Ms. Beam wants to proceed?
Your Honor, I want to flesh some things out with Ms. Beam. So I would ask if we could adjourn it for a week, Your Honor, would that be possible?
Yes, we can adjourn this to next week. It is February 4th at 8:15 a.m.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. I would ask you to enter a not guilty plea on her behalf until that point.
All right, we'll enter a not guilty plea for Ms. Beam on both the contempt and the probation violations and set it for another hearing a week from today, February 4th at 8:15.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Beam, you can let the officers with you know that you're done with court.
Okay.
And Ms. Underwood, I have Patrick Skinner logged in. We had at one point set his probation violations for a pretrial today. Do you want to speak to him?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Murphy, have you had any communication with Mr. Valdez?
I've tried and have not, Your Honor. We can proceed. The court's ready.
Okay. Mr. Skinner, are you there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Underwood.
Okay.
This is file 25-22482-FH, People of the State of Michigan versus Samuel Raul Valdez. We are here for a pretrial conference in this case, and we are proceeding today by video conference. First, can I have the attorneys place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Bayoneto?
Alex Bayoneto for the people.
Matthew Murphy, appearing on behalf of Mr. Valdez.
And record should reflect this matter was set for hearing this morning at 8:15 a.m. It is now 9:50 a.m. Mr. Valdez is not present in the courtroom. He is not logged into the Zoom session. Mr. Murphy, is there anything you want to say with respect to Mr. Valdez?
Your Honor, I've tried to reach Mr. Valdez at the number we have for him, and it keeps coming back that the subscriber is not accepting phone calls at this time. So I have not been able to speak to Mr. Valdez at all this week. So I do apologize. I don't know where he is.
All right, Mr. Bayoneto, anything to address from the people's side?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Valdez has not appeared here. It looks from my review of the file, this is his first failure to appear at a hearing in this case. I will allow the 48-hour grace period. If we do not hear from Mr. Valdez within that time, the court will issue a bench warrant for his arrest and set bond on that bench warrant in the amount of $25,000, cash or surety.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I think we're all set on that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's all that I had scheduled. Obviously I hadn't had Mr. Spesser's schedule. Was there anything else that you had me down for this morning before I log
No,
off?
I think that was everything. Thank you, Mr.
All right,
Murphy.
thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too.
It shows that it's rescheduled at 8.
Push.
And it says Judge Angela.
He's got 4 attorneys. He's got one next to him. He's got 2 over here. Last time I walked.
And Harbor Lake. Okay.
All right, this is file 24-22029-FH and 24-22031-FH. People versus Patrick Lee Skinner. We are here today for, this had been set for a hearing on a probation violation. I believe after our last hearing, given what happened on the record and the court's direction to Mr. Skinner that probation officer asked that that be canceled, but Mr. Skinner has logged in, so I wanted to have him have an opportunity to be heard. Ms. Underwood, do you want to place your appearance on the record?
Rhonda Underwood for Mr. Skinner this morning. Your Honor, thank you very much. As you just stated, this hearing was not on the docket this morning anymore. I have spoken to Mr. Skinner. Mr. Skinner is currently in the Harbor Light facility. And I guess we would ask, based on that, Your Honor, to have the bench warrant lifted. That can be monitored either by probation or Mr. Coast. And if the bench warrant is listed, it's my belief and Mr. Skinner's belief that the VA may take over as far as treatment goes.
All right, I have, I think, been clear previously that I'm not willing to take Mr. Skinner's word for it that he is in treatment.
Right here, Judge.
Mr. Skinner, you are represented by an attorney. Mr. Skinner has lied to me about being in treatment in the past. At our last hearing, he referenced getting into treatment with the VA. And I tried to explain to Mr. Skinner that I would help him do that, but he needed to turn himself in on the warrant first. I have spoken with Jamie Wright about that. I run a veterans court, and Mr. Wright is our liaison to the VA. And I know that Mr. Wright's message has been consistent with my message with respect to what needs to happen with the bench warrant. Mr. Skinner has experienced a severe substance use issue, and as a result of that has engaged in behaviors where I simply can't trust him telling me that he's in treatment. He zoomed in today with a device that I can't see him.
How do you see my video?
I don't see anything. I see a black screen.
Judge,
I'm here with Mr. Skinner. My name is Matt Heiserling. I work at Salvation Army here, and I'm as also his peer coach. Just letting you know that he is in our treatment facility, engaged in treatment.
I appreciate that, sir, but I don't know you. I can't see any background. And as I said, I have been lied to in the past about Mr. Skinner being in treatment. He has told me he was in a facility when he was not in a facility. And I'm not going to accept anyone's word for it right now.
Understandable.
There are warrants out for Mr. Skinner. I am very, very willing to help Mr. Skinner get into treatment in an appropriate way, but he needs to deal with this warrant first.
Okay.
So I need to check out a treatment and come turn myself in?
You need to turn yourself in.
So I need to leave treatment. All right.
And once I know exactly where you are and that you're going from our jail to a treatment facility, I will help you do that.
Judge, I'm just not trying to sit in that jail for 2-3 weeks at a time waiting for a bed when they can go ahead and start the process. I'm in treatment right now.
I understand that you don't want to sit in jail, but your behaviors up until this point require me to do this. So when you turn yourself in, as I said, I will be very willing and assist in getting you back into treatment if you're in treatment right now. But I need to know with certainty that what I'm being told is true.
Can I sign a release of information and have it sent over, fax over? I'm standing in Harbor Lakes counselor's office right now. I don't know how to turn my camera on.
No, you need to turn yourself in on your warrants.
How am I supposed to get there then? Have another county bring me to you, waste somebody else's time?
Mr. Skinner, I'm not going to argue with you.
I'm done with this. All right, that's all I got, Judge.
If you turn yourself in,
I'm not turning myself in. I'm not turning myself in.
All right, if you're done then, Mr. Skinner, you can log out. Mr. Skinner has logged out. All right, thank you for your time, Ms. Underwood.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, do we have Mr. Martinez on the docket?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay, thank you. Then I believe my docket with you is complete.
All right, thank you. That is it. Yeah.